Hi, Leo. Well, this is the reading that found you today. These are the cards that flipped out for you. Leo, this one, I'm not going to lie, it tugged at my heartstrings because as I was shuffling, I'm letting the cards flip out. And I started with the Uncommon Tarot, asking for only one to be the main energy of the reading. And what flipped out was the Five of Coins right here. And of course, we know the Five of Coins can speak to lack mentality, but this is not permanent. I am getting this lack of permanence also in this mindset. But what really tugged at my heartstrings was I felt this sense of abandonment. I felt it very, very strongly. And that was before the card flipped out. And when it did, it almost made me cry. It made me choke up a little bit because it made more sense. And we'll get into the other card. The other cards are absolutely beautiful. So what you've got coming to you is amazing. And I feel like it's being overshadowed at this point. Again, not permanently, but in this moment in time, as you're seeing this, you're feeling this sense of abandonment, of loss, of neglect, of the sacrifices you had to make to get to this abundance that is definitely coming your way here. And when I'm looking at this child here, it's almost this wistful look like, where did you go? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I'm looking at the stars here, and it's interesting too because we have on one side the flowers, and on the other side, I know you see this little pentacle, Leo. And it's almost like if you combine the two, it makes these beautiful glowing stars. And the stars, when I see that, even though they're supposed to represent pentacles here, it makes me think of ancestors, of guardian angels watching out for us. And how interesting it is that we are set on these bizarre and sometimes heartbreaking courses in life to get to our reward. It's almost like an unusual and sometimes unfortunate game, this journey of life that we're on, where we go through the hard times and then we go through the good times and then we take a few steps back, roll the dice, take a few steps forward, and I feel like you're acknowledging this at this point, Leo, but I cannot shake this feeling of loss that is driving you forward. Where did you go? Why did you leave me? Is what I keep getting. Now, for some of you, this was family. For others, I'm getting that it was someone very significant in your life, a love partner perhaps, that left you behind, or maybe they were just distracted. They could be in the next room right now as we speak, but their attention is no longer on you the way it used to be. You're alone even while you are partnered up. So I'm feeling like that is only going to resonate for some of you. Again, not all of you are going to be going through that particular scenario. But I do get a feeling of this child. It's something deeply rooted in your past for some of you, a sense of neglect, a sense of abandonment. And this has been a driving force in you going forward. Now, the beautiful thing is the rest of this reading, Leo, is not this sad. I do see, though, that this is something underlying within you that you're addressing at this time. You're speculating over it. You're reflecting on it. You're pondering and wondering why. There's always going to be sort of this question lingering. Why did you leave me? Now, we're going to move that sad energy aside because look what you got coming, honey. So I feel like the ancestors are answering you here. You're getting a bunch of good news coming in, a bunch of good news, a bunch of good yeses, lots of opportunity. The flowers are blooming. And in this particular deck, the Crow deck, you can see that, if you've seen my other readings, I use this deck a lot. We don't have the same flowers in every single card, but in here we do see some similarities here. I'm also seeing that the air quality here, there's this whimsical, wistful, almost like a fluid air energy here, even though there's no air signs that came out in these cards. Some of you may still be connected with an air sign in some way, or that an air sign is relevant, Maybe it's an air sign that left you behind or one that you need to leave behind. Or, and that's only going to resonate for some of you, it may be an air sign that is inspiring you. Okay. But this Eight of Wands here, this is the yes card. This a bunch of good news coming in. And what's this good news? Ace of Pentacles. Now, the beautiful thing about this Ace of Pentacles is it's not a maybe. It's not a possible. Okay. This is something that's destined. It's handed to you. It's a gift. If you think of this bird as one of your ancestors, this bird is coming down and bringing this to you. This is your gift. This is the star, the star. Again, that star energy here. This is a gift. And I think you are right now seeing the opportunities that are coming for you. You have a lot of a lot of yes, a lot of approvals, a lot of either personal approvals or actual financial approvals. I'm also getting approvals from other people. I'm getting people that want to speak to you, lots of messages coming through, people that want to collaborate with you, people that want to get to know you, so you are thriving in this moment. But I do get a little bit of a solitary energy here that you had to lose someone to gain. And with this Ace of Pentacles here, I see your spirits lifting up here, Leo. Your spirits are lifting up and you're starting to understand, you know what? I cannot keep and I cannot prosper around those who mean me no good. If someone's looking to abandon me, or if that's their energy, then I cannot thrive in that energy. There's no flowers growing here. There's stars, there's the ancestors guiding you away from something, guiding you out of this. Again, this is not a permanent energy, but this, on the other hand, this is solid. And so what I see here is you understanding that sometimes it does take a loss, as brutal and as heartbreaking as it is, it takes a loss to win. Now, the tying energy here, you're going to love this. Look at her. Look at her with the garden she grew on her own. And now gender is fluid here in the tarot, but the Nine of Pentacles, I'm looking at this figure, and honestly, it can be an androgynous figure, okay? It could be either or. But this person grew this garden on their own, this sense of independence. Things flourish around this person. Flourish around you. And again, the star power, it's multiplying. You are able to nourish and watch what you nourish bring fruit back to you. When you water your garden, it provides you with fruit or flowers or vegetables, sustenance. It's providing you with a new sense of direction in some cases. She's over here growing coins. Wouldn't that be nice, right? But that's what we're seeing here, Leo. You have this power about you where it's almost like a Midas touch. I'm getting what you touch turns to gold. Everything you try to accomplish or everything you put your intentions on, you seem to win a little bit. And even if you don't stick with something, you still carry a little bit of profit left over, and then you roll it and roll it. I'm seeing rolling profit, snowballing money up and up and up. You know how to invest, and you're learning these things on your own. And I feel like a lot of this had to do with you were left no choice. You were left no choice but to learn how to do this on your own. And because you learned how to do this on your own, you've mastered it. You've mastered it. And what's really beautiful about this too is that, again, like the colors, even the gold that's coming through, even in this sort of somber card, we see this gold that's coming through, that you have a whole crowd looking after you, Leo. I feel like some of you have lost several people at this point who were near and dear to you, and they have not left your side. They have not left your side. I feel like they have a lot to do with this. And these messages, these wands coming out of nowhere, like, oh, wow, I got approved for that. Oh, wow, here's a new opportunity. Oh, my goodness, this just happened for me. Who do you think is throwing those wands? It's your ancestors, coming out of nowhere. Come on, they had to come from somewhere. So I do feel like, again, that fire energy, Leo, you're being looked after. And even in your solitude, you're going to find abundance. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean that people are going to leave your life and you're not going to have anyone around you. Of course not. You're Leo. You're going to have a crowd of people who love you. But I feel like deep within, in your spiritual sense right now, this is sort of what you're going through. There's an underlying current of, why did you leave me? And then the realization that this is how you prospered, by them leaving. All right, my loves, I hope this helped. Until next time, over and out.